here is IR problem number 3. Once again, this is not my problem. This is, when I say problem, I did not generate this problem. I have many problems, but this is not one of them. So this came from the internet. Again, I don't know the answer to it, but again, I'm just showing you my thought process for how I approach IR. So we're going to mark that line at 1500. We're going to go to 2000. That's our SP2 region. 2500 is our SP, and then everything else is going to be our hydrogen region. Now I'm seeing this right here, so I have suspicions that we have hydrogen bonding for sure. I'm seeing no nitrogen, so I can throw out any amides or amines here. I'm gonna say we're gonna get rid of this ketone because that would not give you a nice broad peak. Neither would an ester. So now I have to figure out if it's a carboxylic acid or an alcohol. Because this is not nice and beautiful, it has a little bit of ugliness to it. Those are my words, the ugliness. I'm suspecting this is a carboxylic acid, but I can confirm that because I know a carboxylic acid should have a carbonyl peak versus an alcohol does not. So if I look around 1700, I do see that suspected carbonyl peak, so I can get rid of A with confidence. So now I'm between the two carboxylic acids, B and C. All right, the only thing noticeable about those two is the fact that C has a double bond and B does not. I can already see I have another peak right here in my sp2 region, so I'm pretty convinced that this is going to be the IR for compound C. Now, a lot of people, sometimes I do tell you guys to look around 3000. If you see a peak slightly above 3000, that is going to be your sp2 carbon hydrogen stretches. So go back to video number 2 where I show you guys that. I believe that, let me just look. Yeah, or it did not have that, but I did discuss it in video 2. Here, those peaks are buried beneath the carboxylic acid peak. That's why you're not seeing them. So that peak is so broad and so intense that it is hiding those peaks where we would normally see the sp2 carbon hydrogen stretches. You could maybe talk to me about it. Could be these little divots right here. I'm not very convinced, but I do believe it's buried. But I have enough to convince me that the structure is C due to the fact that I can very clearly see this peak of the carbon-carbon double bond.